His wife's always cooking.
Hey, no, she's making all the ones for the AGM on Sunday.
I'll eat all that on you guys.
No, I was at the store.
Ready?
Today.
Okay, it is 5:03. We're gonna call the meeting to order. Next would be acknowledgements to the ancestors. Who would like to do that? Miranda? Perfect.
I guess I don't quite know what to say, but just like to acknowledge all of our community members, the ones that are watching and ones that are at home, and the ancestors that come before us and that we lean on sometimes and give us advice, and all of our elders that are still here with us today, and our youth that are coming up and to take these important positions in the world one day, and just acknowledge Chief and Council as well, and I hope we have a good meeting. So thank you. That's each other.
Thank you. Well done.
Thank you, Miranda.
Thank you.
We'll move on to agenda. Any additions or deletions? Towfiq, please be quiet. Jamie?
I'd like to talk about territory. I just have two quick asks.
Is it in camera or not in camera, Jamie? Your question.
That's fine.
In camera?
So?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll cut into two.
One in camera.
Two, one in camera.
Yeah.
I told you no. Okay.
Need executive special approval from council for some matter. So I wouldn't take more than 10 minutes, but I have 8 items.
8?
But,
But I will not take more than 10
A
minutes.
lot of them, like,
Small, just a little piece.
okay.
Little, 8 items.
You're too 11.
Yeah, right.
okay, so can I go into your presentation
Into matter.
in camera?
One is in
Right
camera.
after your presentation?
Yeah.
So we're public until 7:20, and then we'll be going into in camera. Miranda?
I don't know if this is, like if I just have a question, is that necessarily an addition, or how does that work with?
Is it an in camera question or just public question or?
Yeah, just, I was wondering if we had any updates on some of the discussion we had before about Chief and Council training or like an orientation.
Oh, okay. Bring, I haven't heard. I thought the HR guy Robert was gonna set up something. Wasn't he? Was Robert gonna?
It was supposed to be, from what I remember, is Robert, and I think Lanny they were putting something together. Yeah, from what I recall. Yeah.
Robert will be here later. We'll ask Robert because I thought it was Robert and Kalani.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any more additions or deletions? Can I get a mover? Moved by Jamie, seconded by Clay. All in favor? Agenda's adopted.
You okay?
Yeah.
Pretty excited about that.
I know.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dad.
Have the minutes.
Yeah, just cut out the Kyle.
Okay, we got the minutes for July 17th, and we have 8 items. Action items. First one is Towfiq.
Yep, so I'm giving the update. Executive Director Towfiq Islam to facilitate a formal introduction with Levi Gucci and CEO done. So I know that Ivan has been in touch with Levi. Executive Assistant Shahid Nasir to disseminate the PowerPoint presentation received from Levi Gucci to Chief and Council for review. Done. Chief Logan will convey the council decision to Mr. Joshua Seymour to represent. Is done. council member to confirm their availability for November 15th media event and assist in coordinating youth participation, including preparation of welcome package and presence at initial games for credit in a basketball tournament. Council to identify the mobilize the qualified first aid personnel, particularly those with level 3 certification, to ensure full coverage across all tournament days. So no timeline provided.
I did, I did connect, what's her name?
Somebody more mine?
What was her name? Laura or the basketball lady? I did connect her with Shelby. Yeah. Yeah, because it was the youth.
Yeah, you,
Yeah,
and that's for the level 3. I would just contact Barb.
she has the whole list.
List. Does she know that?
Councillor Tashina Simon was assigned the response.
Yeah, done that. She said so.
Oh, yeah, I connected them.
So MC coordination for AGM 2025, ED Towfiq Islam to reach Badisimo and Killarney. It is done. They agreed for both days. Benga and Sola community booth coordination. Benga to contact with 4 Nations Alliance to organize an information booth for day 1 on the AGM. So it is in progress, but it is not certain yet. Shahid Nasir Public Clan System Education, that Executive Assistant Shahid Nasir will assume responsibility for contacting the Elder Society, informing them of Chief and Council recommendation regarding both the design of the clan system survey and the logistical setup of the cultural information booth at the AGM.
And I have sent an email.
And I think like the Sonic has already captured some video of some elders already.
I just have one thing here. It says, I thought Peter John was on that list.
According to the minute, maybe Peter Kwa.
It's supposed to be Peter John.
Too soon?
Yeah.
So could you please, you can still do that.
Yeah, you can still do it. But he's very knowledgeable in language. Very much the language dude.
Okay. Okay.
That is it, Towfiq.
Restoring camera.
Oh, hey, can I get an acceptor for the meeting for July 17th? Or Kyle and Miranda. All in favor? Motion carried. Now July 31st.
It's just like no action tourism ministers.
No action on 31st. But the mover, Crystal, and all in favor? Meeting minutes accepted. The first one we have is Barbara Allan.
Yes, we'll have to play the video.
Video. We are playing a
We're
video.
playing a video.
So,
Oh.
so that video is like it is a cultural video that has been captured. So council to review the video and like if you have any suggestion to change or amend anything, we're gonna incorporate it accordingly.
Okay. Love it. It's a great video. Who has the video, Rezi?
I have.
Oh.
I'll.
Is this one that she developed?
I don't know. This says cultural video. Shared with the community.
Better. Then it will be better. Take the sound.
It's first of
In any way,
Take the sound.
because I've been through a lot. A whole lot.
all.
I can remember a long, long time ago. Lately was the community. Of each other.
I just
At least put captioning on.
They do. Not to separate. One going each way. Another.
I would describe our claim to the nation as individuals, the resilient, smart, hardworking, and with every First Nations, it's we live off the land. My name is Allan Logan, Chief of Flight today. Where are the confluence of the two rivers? Everyone knows it as Prince George. Where our original village site was down in Lake City Memorial Park. Here for over 9,000 years. Vast territory. It goes from oh, Shaid, you're eating up with Towfiq's time.
Human system.
To Tumble Ridge.
Clearly, Tanae has always had
Restart from the beginning.
intimate knowledge of their territory, of their connections to nature, till
If I can help in any way, simply because I've been through a whole lot. I can remember a long, long time ago. Lately was the community where everyone helped each other. And that's what I'm trying to do, to unify, not to separate, each one going each way. We want to unify the communities so that we work as a community, help one another.
I would describe our Clay-Tene Nation as individuals, as the resilient, smart, hardworking, and with every First Nations, it's we live off the land. My name is Allan Logan, Chief of Clay-Tene. We are the confluence of the two rivers. Everyone knows it as Prince George. So this is where our original village site was down in Clay-Tene Memorial Park, and we've been here for over 9,000 years. We have a vast, vast territory. It goes from Tijon to just past Mud River, down to Dunkley's, then up to Tumble Ridge.
Clearly, Tanae has always had intimate knowledge of their territory, of their connections to nature, to the lands. But there's something we should all be aware of. In the forest, the underground connections of the plants, the trees, it's got a delicate balance to it also. There's an exchange of nutrients, carbon, and water in between this balance of trees and shrubberies and berries and plants, and it's got to be protected. And what I mean by protected is what we take out, we have to put back. What we bring into the forest, if we brought it in, we bring it back.
the Elder Society of Clayton, they put on these fish camps, and everybody is invited to them to see how the cleaning and everything from the start right to the end, canning and smoking, everything. We did do it out here. We've even started moose camps as well, moose and cutting up elk out here. We took all the meat and shared it with all the elders. It's something that's been lost over the years, like a few of our other elders, the older ones, they were really pleased to see it happen again because they haven't seen it done like that in years. So we're starting to bring things back slowly.
My name is Clifford Quaw, and I'm an elder from St. Leigh First Nations. My jersey, I have, this is the fifth one presented to me by the Prince George Cougars hockey team. And how I got this jersey is I have already did 2 presentations to the PG Cougars Hockey Club. It's all about the residential schools. And how he affected me and the rest of the band members on St. Leigh. When they asked me if I wanted to go back to Jack again, the Jack Residential School, the original site, I said, sure. I said, this time we'll bring the PG Cougars Hockey Club out there. And I told him towards the end of the presentation that my whole life had completely changed June 11th, 2009, simply because I had gone back to school. And as for me, this, when they presented me the first jersey, that just, it's unbelievable how a person felt when I looked at that. And to me, that's, from a survivor to what I am today, took a lot of work, hard work. I'll tell you one thing, I'm glad I put it in the past. I'm always looking to the future. The future is yours.
2012, I got my status card. I've been affiliated with Clayton through my mom for a long time now, and I was a non-status band member before I was a status band member. And through them, the Aboriginal Business Development downtown in Prince George, with their help, well, we were able to get this place off the ground. Well, it's been a game changer for the community. As before, we'd have to run halfway to town to get any little thing that we wanted. Now, I don't have everything, but try and have what the community needs. Plus, we do a little bit of delivery here and there for like pizza and that, which trying to give little things to the community to, make things a little bit easier. And that's not including, that's the band plus the surrounding community as well. So, it's all been positive so far. Everyone's, I constantly always try and make sure that I'm doing little things to try and make everyone's lives a little bit better, right? Well, honestly, when I was young, grew up pretty poor, and my parents always made sure we had enough. But we didn't get any fancy stuff or anything, and we grew up out here, and most of the neighborhood was pretty poor as well. But we had the neighborhood, and there's always someone there to help out when someone needed it. And so it just taught me, when you grow up without everything and you need help every once in a while, people were there for that, and it kind of just, if people want to just do little things to start working together, and you feel good about doing as much help as you can, because you know them and their families. So you get, when you're in the community, you see their family after something really bad happened, but they see you were there to help, and it's really satisfying to have that.
What's really important to me is respect. Respect for each other, respect for everything around you, everyone around you, the land, the forest, the resources, the water. I was born to parents who were very rich in their culture and language, passed that on to all their children. My first language was Dakat language, which is mine, and I speak the Nakasli dialect. And when I was employed at the university, I taught, co-instructed with my late aunt, who's a fluent speaker. We developed and taught 4 courses, 4 levels of the Dakat language. And now we, as a family, most of my siblings are Dakat teachers, our culture. As a family, when we get together, because it was always spoken in our home fluently, it was the first language. So like when Ron and I met, he was from a different dialect, and I used to translate for him, but he didn't take him long to catch on to our language, our dialect.
I was about 7 years old when I was forced into public schools, and I was not allowed to speak the language or anything. If I did, I was rapped on the knuckles. So my parents weren't very happy with that. So my mother quit speaking the language to me, and eventually I had lost it because I was a very fluent speaker when I was little. I did not know how to speak English. And so that's how I lost my language, the Wet'suwet'en language.
My name is Minnie Björklund. I am one of the elders for lately today, and I have 8 grandchildren, and now I have 3 great-grandchildren. Once we moved into Prince George, after we left the farm that we lived on, I ended up going to CNC and doing my upgrading there. So I got my graduation papers, I guess, is from there. So I wish I could have done it a little bit more, but that's as far as I got. Quite a few different medicines that you can find out if you want to find it, and find somebody that's knowledgeable in that. The soap berries, it's supposed to help you with cleaning your system out, and like if you have a lot of going to the bathroom issues, that helps a lot with that. But I mean, even that, we're going to lose that just because of the weather that we're having nowadays. Like, I mean, even this year, I don't think we're going to get very many berries. So how do you teach people when we have such a change in weather that we're not going to get some of those plants? Quite a few different medicines that you can find. Like, because if we don't do it now, it's going to be completely gone. Because there's not very many people that know about which plants to pick and when to pick them and things like this. So it'd be good to learn something like that now before it's completely lost.
So this is heartleaf arnica, and you use the flower to make a medicine for scrapes, bruises, sore muscles. You come in, pick it off, and then peel the green, cover off the base. And take this, collect all that, put it in a jug. It's usually about 25% Arctica, 75% oil. So you fill a jug a quarter of the way, a third of the way full of arnica, and then finish filling it with olive oil. Is a really good carrier oil. It's a nice light. So you fill it full of that. You can use bear grease, and then just set it up in the windowsill where it gets good sunlight, and you shake it up every day, and then the sun helps. The heat leaches all the medicinal properties out of the plant and the flower, and then you take and you strain all these out and squeeze all the oil back in, run it through a cheesecloth to get it nice and clean, and then put it in a dark area to help save it and it won't go bad or anything. And you use it on any sores or sore muscles or pains or bruising. If you fall downstairs or something that's going to bruise, you rub that on really quick and it'll cut down 90% of the bruising.
In the 1800s, there were 4 herds of caribou within our territory. And today there's only 1 that exists, and it's endangered. Well, I think within Cleatly, what I'd like to see is harmony within our community. Not only within our community, but also with our neighbors. And there has to be a lot of relationship building based on a level playing field, so that people within the Cleatly territory have an understanding who Cleatly is and what we're all about. There seems to be adversary relationships right now, and I believe it's because people are not aware, don't have the knowledge, and so we have to provide the knowledge.
In that sense, we were always river people. We were people of the water. This river is our lifeblood. You know, it's the province's lifeblood. And if that river dies, what's going to happen to our province? So that's the question that I've been, asking myself. It's a number of things, right? Climate change, overforestation, poor forest practices, poor management. A lot of it is man-made, and being able to go back and rectify what was done wrong in the past and maybe learn from our mistakes rather than, repeat them over. Maybe we can, start bringing back some of the more important facets of our culture, like, the being out on land, teaching our kids how to trap, how to harvest medicinal plants, how to even identify plants. If things could be rectified and it could get back to the way it was, more of a diverse forest. You need a diverse forest to have a sustainability.
So I guess Barb wants feedback, and Director and Chief Counsel.
Excellent.
With the community. I thought so too. I thought it was good, but the one thing I kind of missed was the cultural sensitivity. Like,
Was it
been just a little bit something a little bit more?
well? Was it mentioned? Nobody talked about actual cultural sensitivity. It was a good good video of
History things, yeah.
I think they would rename it, maybe, right, to part 1 of Plately history.
Yeah.
Like, and then
What was the video was, the purpose was for cultural sensitivity.
yeah, that's what it says. Cultural
The
sensitivity.
video is beautiful.
Yeah.
It showed up in there.
I definitely think that it's a good first step.
First step, yeah, I agree.
Something that can be introduced or to if it's for cultural sensitivity for new staff who join who don't know anything about Plately, it's a good video for them to watch to get a little bit of
If you wanted to make
yeah.
Yeah, that's
something.
part 1.
Yeah, part 1, 2, 3, 4, first.
Kick his can.
Part 1.
Yeah. So there can be another one that talks about our customs and our society as a whole. We're a matrilineal society, historically, and just that would be more of the sensitivity part, right? For people to learn about.
I just thought if we could get some of the kids to read some of their traditional use study, right? Because the interviews with the elders, some of them are pretty cool. Just grab a child and say, read this. This is from elder, somebody from back in the day. This is what they said.
That would be cool.
We're trying to talk about how sensitive our culture is and how close we are to losing it. Kind of like we're close to losing our language and the knowledge of our territory and stuff like that. Right? There's not a lot of people that know about it.
You don't, in a language, you can lose it. And then they told me it would come back because that's all I spoke till I was 5 was carrier. And I can pick up bits and pieces of it, but my tongue just doesn't work for saying it anymore. It's just, but it'd be something for the kids.
For the video, is it used for or is it just something that membership is going to?
I think so.
Or is it?
I think she's going to release it.
Would it be an educational piece for?
Yeah, we can use for multi-purpose. So this is a funded program. We did the fund for the video. So if it is approved, it will go to the, we're going to publish it for our membership, and then we can use for our youth, for our staff. So, and as council may discuss, so we can name it part 1, and we can incorporate part 2, part 3, part 4, and gradually incorporate one by one. So the second one, we can focus on the second cultural sensitivity. So we can bring into part 3, we can focus on the language. Part 4, we can focus on the other important one.
Miranda?
I was curious, if this is one we'll use internally, is it usual that we would have our own land acknowledgement? Do we do that just for ourselves, or? And then the other thing I was just going to say, maybe if the names of the people could be written when they're before they talk or whatever. Some people say their name, but some didn't.
Yes.
Just if there was a way to incorporate some, I don't know how, but from some of the elders that we've lost, some of their knowledge.
I'm pretty sure Sonic does have clips of some of our elders that have talked, that have passed.
There used to be old recordings, and they're all broken down by it's all written down now. But those are the recordings from the 80s, I think.
It's a lot of music for 80.
My grandma's what's my grandma's voice and can.
Well, and the cool thing I have, Wendy Redknapp she told me she had a lot of signed releases from the elders that were videoed and
okay, nice,
voice recorded and stuff, so we can share.
Yeah. Put your hunting spot.
That's me. And the video will be shared with the community. Guess what? It just shared.
Don't
So.
Really? Yeah.
After this. I'll just ask after we do the share thing. Okay. We can. I'd say it could be shared.
Already was.
You just shared it.
Sign a release tag. We were.
And then get no money.
Oh, yeah.
So I think we're good to share it with the name change.
With name change.
Yeah, one thing that I just seen in there that I just wanted to express quickly is seeing both Barry and Clifford express now unity and everything they want in the community. And I just was thinking, well, it'd probably a good time just to remind us all we're kind of like team captains, right? So we're the ones that kind of need to help bring that unity that like good team captain does, right? With their whole team. So just wanted to remind everyone that's because those points were hitting really hard, especially because it's scared. I'm scared with everything happening right now. So
Animosity and all the stuff.
So we need to be unified, really good to our band strong, right?
No, we can change the name by Creative in a cultural video part 1, something like
Sound
that.
good, you guys?
Yeah.
Cultural video part 1?
Yeah. Be good.
I don't know when dinner's ready, but. Oh, Saeed, you took up a lot of his time. So now we have housing. We have.
Minutes.
Pretty much.
You know your time. So much. Good afternoon. Can you hear me okay?
Oh, yeah.
So, let's get straight to the update on the action items from previous council meeting. So we will start with one update related to flying factory. So we have received some costing from Nikon, the company related, and I believe Councilor Barb and Ashikin went down there. But what we have heard and the numbers. Seeing the numbers, as a business model, it might not be a feasible idea to do it. However, if council wish to proceed, it can be done as a pilot for a year since it is funded. And if you feel after that it is not worth it, then they will at their cost take it away. So there is still potential to use it as a pilot, but we don't think it might be viable as a business model going forward. Seeing that.
And from what I've seen when we went there, when we went in the building you're talking about that not quite viable was, if we just start up a treatment center or something, it'd be great, but for people to live in, we'd have to completely redo everything right down to the.
He's not talking about.
Oh, okay, never mind. Sorry.
He's talking about that thing that we went and saw in Vancouver.
Oh, okay, sorry.
They build walls.
Sorry. Sorry, I wasn't.
It's coming.
Okay.
Hopefully quickly.
So when I went there, this thing is set up for Vancouver and warm weather. I don't think it would be feasible in the winter time. It's basically 3 wide open. Well, the middle sea can is wide open on both sides. The other outside ones are open on each side. It's basically just a chop saw for cutting wood, and they build walls and they go. And there's like a wooden catwalk built around it for a walkway on both sides. It would be a nightmare for snow removal. They're like, oh, we could put a tarp over top of it. And I'm like, yeah, one good snowfall and there goes your tarp. You guys be freezing their butts off working in there. And then to try and get work for it, like we've built how many hotels and apartment buildings in town, it's kind of be dying off, that type of work. And I don't think that carpentry companies would be willing to give that work away to us. But I mean, we can see how it goes. It doesn't cost us nothing for 1 year. But I don't see it being a feasible business.
So,
But if it doesn't cost us nothing, it doesn't hurt to try for a year, I would say.
Yeah.
So, even if it costs us nothing, just one thing to be aware of is we have to provide the land, right? And we have to figure out where it can go. That is one thing. Another thing is when they set it up, there might be a little bit of advantage to us. We might actually get infrastructure like water, sewer, those services run to that site, which will stay, even if the factory is gone. That can be viewed as an advantage.
Yeah.
How much?
But that cost will be on us.
How much land do they need?
To be figured out. They don't have a number attached on it.
So they need about, let's say, 3 acres, 2 to 3 acres of land, fairly stable, upgraded. And then we have to also hook up the utilities, sewer, water, electricity. Have to look into it. First, you need to find the perfect site that you're going to put it in. And then we have to do a quick proper survey to see what kind of leveling we civil works in.
Well, if we were to do that, it's free. We got the old mill yard, or old scale yard. It's pretty level. It's just sitting there doing nothing. It kind of annoys me seeing that sitting there every day. I drive by and like, we could be doing something with that. So it's when you come down into Shelley there's that big area kind of like in the center of all the roads there.
That could be a good spot. And why I say that it could be viewed as an opportunity for running services down there. If it is on the south side, then sewer doesn't work, like that is off the table. But when we say it could be an opportunity, if it is on the north side, even if we are paying for it, what we could potentially do is to try sourcing funding to get that site serviced. If they're out from that lot after whatever timeline is passed, the site is still serviced and can be utilized for housing. Because I have understood, I don't think there will be any environmental concern.
We're not allowed to use that place for housing though. So if you want to do that, it's not a good site because that one's just industrial only.
Yeah.
So should we look more into it before coming to a concrete decision, or saying that maybe you don't want to look into it at all?
Maybe potential sites. I don't know. Yeah.
So we will take about 1 more month and put some effort to see if there is a potential site. Number 2, if there is any potential funding. From our side, we don't think investing band's own money is worth it.
Okay.
Second is for the 3 4plexes on ISK funding. We have received confirmation from ISK. Just a quick update, we didn't have the money yet, but we have received that confirmation from them that it is approved from their end. We will be moving through that very quickly as soon as that is available.
Towfiq? Yeah, Council Member, just to provide an update. So for this 3 4plex, so the initial funding application process is start like 1.5 years back. And I'm not sure if you see a video from an ugly Jeep guy. So that is our former housing manager. So Sorry.
What's his name? Oh, I know.
So actually, like
candle. October
yeah, right.
now.
We told like in the video that we throw out funding throughout the window, and eventually like even I got calls from band member as well that this fourplex is not going through because like that person is no longer with us. Actually, he jeopardized the other funding too. So what happened here? So now just last week we got email from ISK that the funding is in place, and even like they put it in the bank date too, September 1st, August 1st, right? Ashigin? Sorry. October banking day. Initially they put September 1st. And then the changes to October 1st, that is the banking day. We are expecting that fund. Once is sent that commitment by email, that means you're going to receive the fund by email. So is funding is confirmed, I would say like $2.3 million approximately. And now we are working with CMHC and other funding agencies for the rest of the fund. So CMHC, they are middle of the situation. So when the government are transitioning, so they are stuck. They stuck meanwhile their fiscal year ended. So we are beating up something for CMHC. But they told that they're going to give their effort. So that is the situation for this funding.
And the last item, which we will continue from this slide, is the 7 modular home. So council already approved the seven modular home purchase. So we have already issued the work order to them. However, for doing the site servicing, we have sourced quotation from 5 different companies. And we have reviewed all of their submissions. So initially the idea was we wanted to go with a CCDC 5B approach, where we appoint a general contractor but do not have a fixed price, because we didn't have all the unknowns known to them and to us. However, meanwhile, when we were sourcing the 7 modular units, we put work into it and find out the details, what we needed to provide to those companies. Now we are able to get a fixed fee contract proposal from all of them, and we want to go ahead with a CCDC 2 contract instead of a CCDC 5B. The advantage is obviously that it is a fixed price contract, risk is lower to us, and also we can anticipate how much it's going to cost.
Could you please explain a little bit on CCDC these two, because not we have the knowledge on the difference of these two.
So CCDC 2, like I said, it allows us to go to a fixed fee contract. So they say X amount of dollars in terms of fixed scope. So we keep the scope fixed, and they are to provide their services within that upset limit. What happens if we have a discount whenever there is a scope which is identified with less work than anticipated in the detailed scope of work, versus CCDC 5B, where we provide them with a scope of work, but there are flexibility to change that as we go. Normally, we do that type of contract where the project is complex, or there are a lot of unknowns when we start. For example, we started CCDC 5B in Ancient Forest Enhancement Project. We cannot do a CCDC 2, that's not feasible for us. So this is the basic difference. In a CCDC 5B, we have a construction manager, we call them, who basically manages the construction and act on behalf of us, managing all the quantities related to each line item for construction itself. In CCDC 2, it is a little bit more work for our side because there is no construction manager. There is only one general contractor, and we basically settle down all the construction line item with them directly. They do actually hire the subs by them, the general contractor. So this proposal is basically from the general contractors. Because it is a bid process. Because it is a bid process, we did not mention the names in here, but we have put A, B, C, D, and E. Those are the proponents. I have a little handout.
So yes, the work has not been awarded yet. So this is a very confidential thing. But I have a little thing for you here. Who is A, who is B, who is C, who is D. So this is just like,
the email too, right?
Yeah, but you cannot read the email because it is public. Just I'm giving you, so you can quickly see who are they.
Don't need to say, I trust you guys.
It does feel like.
So basically, we have received 5 proposals. C, D, and E, they are not on the table because of these reasons. Number C, this proposal demonstrates limited confidence, meaning that they have relied heavily on cash allowances in their proposal. So they wanted to keep cash allowance for septic, they wanted to keep cash allowance for civil work and all those things, which made us think that it would be, even if it is a CCDC2 contract, it might go into a change order heavy project at the end of the day. Number E is the proposal did not have enough detail. For example, they said, okay, we will do screw piling, but how many screw piling you are going to do? What are the each screw pile costs? Those type of details were not there. Number E is one of the modular dealerships. They proposed supplying and installing just 2 of the units. They didn't want to do site servicing for all of them. So we just didn't want to do separate this work into 2 different companies, because that way we are paying eventually more in mobilization and demobilizing costs. So basically we have A and B on the table. A is the lowest bid in terms of numbers. So in that sheet, you can see what the exact number is. And proponent B is 14% more expensive than proponent A.
This is just to put the
Site prep.
Level it and put the infrastructure in and put full
But they're,
pilings.
Piling, everything in there.
I mean, that also includes taking down that house.
Yeah, and also it includes the demolition as well. It includes the road work, gravel and asphalt paving. It includes landscaping, all of those things. So if we take a closer look how proposal B actually is higher in terms of cost. So these are the main areas where the costs are higher than proponent A. And I must say the proponent A is way more detailed than proponent B in their contract. So that gave us that confidence that probably they have priced it well. And that's why we wanted to go ahead with this. However, the screw pile work for the modular unit provider, we are allowing them to do the screw piling for their 2 homes. Green Homes is the manufacturer. They wanted to do the screw piling on their own for their particular houses. The general contractor, proponent A, will be coordinating that work with Green Homes. That way it is more efficient. And this is the kind of the update on when we can have head on the bed for all the 7 units. So we are expecting this work. We can have it tenant ready by first week of November, 1st of November. This is the Green Homes ones we are talking about. So this can be tenant ready first same time. Although these are in their factory right now, but they have assured us it can be ready by 1st week of November. However, one home which is with Blackstone, there is a little bit of dilemma here. They have this unit on their lot, but this is for their display purposes,
it will cost more to dismantle.
It will cost more if we want to take exactly that unit from their lot, dismantling cost, which is about $30,000, $35,000. If we are okay to delay by until 1st of January, maybe mid-December, we are very careful here not to say something which we cannot do. Maybe mid-December, we can save that 35,000. It will be up to council to decide. We did change a little bit in Pine Ridge, number 1. You see the Ericsson, the original approval was not for Ericsson. The reason we changed this from the one which was approved, it's exactly same one, same design, same layout, but this is available. The other one got sold in the process of getting everything approved. So we just had to change one. Just get everything, it looks same from the outside, it's everything same. Costs $a few $1,000s more than.
I'm just working.
a little bit extra in square feet. That's where the cost is coming from, but it's exactly same per square foot price. Any question? What do you suggest we do for number 7? Do we take what they have on the lot for display, or we order from the factory?
I would say we're waiting an extra 2 months. I would say just wait for the January or whatever and save the 35,000. Yeah.
The lot for number 7 will be done prior. Though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It can be put on in the winter.
Yeah.
Okay.
We think so. That there is no problem as long as the site is ready. Delivery and installation is easy.
Yeah. Yeah, I say wait.
Yeah. Okay.
Who says to wait?
Yeah.
Do you need a motion for that?
I don't think so. I don't think we need a motion. It's just exciting that 6 homes by December.
Right. Yeah, perfect. You guys got a plan?
We will try our best to finish this project within timeline. We will try our best.
That's why I said December.
Hydro site C, what Doug was referring to earlier. So we have visited that site. They have fitness and sports center. They have office building. They have residential dorm.
1 minute.
They have sea camps. So let's look at this first before we jump into options. So this is how it looks. So these are the dorms. Basically, they have plenty of them. They are 60 by 25, 60 by 40 can containers, stacked 3-story. This is the office building, what they have. These are some of the inside facilities. This is a theater, has a sitting capacity of 110. This is a big office, silent or quiet area where people can go, they can pray, do cultural things for themselves and event-wise as well. This is one of the dining areas. It's pretty nice. All of these are in the office complex.
Let's take that.
What did you?
This is, I have a little bit of video in here.
Which cost a fortune. Yeah, cost a fortune. That's what nobody.
That's how it looks from outside.
You look cranky, Dick.
Must have lost your race.
Why?
Hungry.
I didn't even tell us you're taking it.
I know. Okay, Zawad. This is nothing that you have on our agenda, but I've heard a little bit from Doug and a little bit from Tashina. What do you guys, in a nutshell? Do you think it's
so? There are
yes or no?
Few things we could do with the door. Option 1 is we could take it as is and reassemble each of those units of those dorm units, 3-story. That will cost you about say $3 million to dismantle, bring it in here, and put it together. As is how you see it, without any changes. So I'm not sure if we have any use for that because these are literally 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom units, right? Option 2, converting those into single family homes. We don't recommend it because we did some digging. It probably will cost more.
Yeah.
Then
just
from scratch. There is an option 3 though. We could look into bachelor or student accommodation where we convert those 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 2 of each units, converting into one, where you have 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom and a living area, but do not have any kitchen in there. And we build communal kitchen with each of those units. And then you can use it as a bachelor student accommodation or assisted living unit. That is a possibility, but we have to look into that, how much it's going to cost. But if you don't think that is a priority for the nation right now, we can just break it off.
I'll think about $2.6 million. We can probably do a new construct.
That's what I was gonna. Yeah,
It's not worth it to me.
it's not worth it. That's why no one's touching them. It's just
Nobody
the
wants
cost.
them. That's why they sit in it.
We have nothing in place to start.
You don't have a plan.
A plan to they should just be giving these and shipping them to universities for.
They were
Really?
wanting to throw them in the dump in Port St. John. It was on the news.
Really?
I know. So,
Yeah, it should be free.
Yeah, well, they are.
They are free.
They are free, but just to like,
The cost again.
yeah.
Well, I think Hydro should donate them and bring them to the treatment center that's opening up next year. By like some by Sycus in Vanderhoof.
Yeah, it'd be perfect for that.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect for that. It's like this, you get a hold of Hydro and tell them donate it and hook and set them up.
Like Paulie Hughes, they got a center out there too, yeah.
Yeah, Walden Hughes is a long-term one.
Yeah.
So dorms are a no-go, as I understand. So the sprung structure dome is basically that basketball court and gym facility that can be brought in separately, which might have value in it because it has steel structure. It has a lot of value in the structure itself. And something like that, if we wanted to do, that would cost us this anyways to bring it in here because those are shipped from the manufacturing facilities just like that, and trucking cost is high. We have put together a very, very rough Class D estimate that it would cost somewhere between $3 to $4 million to bring that in and put it in the community. That includes the concrete pad where it will go. So regardless, we get it from BC Hydro site CEO or we buy it from somewhere, it's
the same type of thing. Yeah.
So there might be value in that to bring it from there, but again, it's for your consideration. If you want something like that on reserve, then we can look more into it.
How big is it?
I showed you the picture of it.
But-
Big.
But like he was saying, you could probably order it from factory new and get the exact same thing.
Well, except for the cost would be down a little because we're saving cost of the steel
For
structure.
this one, I think you will be saving money instead of ordering from a factory because the construction material of that structure will cost a lot of money. It might be worthwhile, but we can't say for sure until we know how big is it. We do some digging and we find out a spot and we do some Class B estimate for site preparation again, and then we will be able to tell that how much exactly we are saving if we are saving.
Zawad, sorry, quick question. Can we ask them if it's going to come with everything inside of it? Because I did take a video of the one half of it and I can show council what that looked like because there are there's a whole gym setup inside of it.
Gym setup, it's being sold separate.
So gym equipment doesn't come with it.
Yeah, you,
Okay,
you could buy it separately, they said. I heard them say it to another guy. You could buy it separately.
Yes, but it doesn't we can buy.
It's not,
It's not
Well, if that's the case, then we might as well. We can wait and see if we can find some funding to build something like that on reserve because we do have band members on the Clately Tene community page where it's members only. A lot of them have said that they want a facility like that on reserve where they can go and work out and we can have floor hockey. And so I do think that we are in need of something like that. I don't know.
Well, I thought there was a plan to have a bigger plan for it all already.
So why do you want to go do homework?
Yeah.
New to this.
Yeah.
And then bring it back.
And what about the office and administration building? The footprint is very large, but again, it has to take a similar approach. However it is laid out, if we bring it back in the same way, then it is only feasible. However, there will be a good amount of exterior work. You probably don't want something like that to sit on reserve, how it looks right now. So there might be a little bit of extra work. We can certainly look into that and see numbers and bring it back with the sprung structure goal if there is interest.
I think one of the main things that we were talking about when we were there is the cost of replacing all of the windows in the buildings.
That was for the living area.
So we wouldn't have to do that for the administration side of it.
Administration building, we don't have to do it. We just have to probably do some makeover for the outside, but windows are still going. Like that office building is actually very nice. Whatever they have put inside, they are all very high end things. So it really has value. So if you are okay, we can look into it.
I'd probably just say if like Evan's interested in it, we'd pursue that one.
Oh yeah, that was the one thing we were talking about is if Tano was still looking for an administration space, that Tano could potentially we could acquire some of this to build them an office on reserve. That would be, I think that would be one of the beneficial parts because it was really nice in the administration part of it and how they had it set up. But yeah, we just needed to confirm whether or not Tano did find us office space in Prince George or not, or if that would be something that they would be interested in.
Maybe a bit more work and just cost, like building new versus shipping it all.
Cost it out.
Exactly.
Okay, let's do that. And okay.
Or maybe even the third option of seeing how much it would cost. Who do we buy the trailers off of right now that are on reserve?
So there's like 3 places.
Yeah, but they're all the same trailers, aren't they?
Office trailers or
the ones on the north side at CFN.
Oh yeah.
Trailer, the other 2 trailers, your new trailer at the Barnes.
Yeah.
Oh, those were from
Yeah.
the same? Okay.
in office.
Okay, Zawad. It's 6:09.
Tims. So these are, if it is okay, we have combined because the next slot is mine too. So I have actually combined all the agenda items in one presentation.
Oh yeah, I see.
So that is why it is a little bit mixed.
Okay, we do have dinner too.
Okay, so can I have 2 minutes and finish off the last slide and then we can head towards that? Okay.
Where are you on your wastewater?
A quick housing waitlist update, and then we will conclude housing part. So we have right now 45 housing applications. If we break them down, so we have 13 single where there is no dependence on one person, 15 2-person families, meaning one applicant, one dependent. Similarly, 7 small families, 6 3-person families, 4 larger families. We wanted to just give this quickly to council so that it's helpful to set up priorities, how we should look into probably future housing units. And when we are talking about single accommodation, this is where we are coming from basically. So we have a large number of single and 2-person family requirement in our housing list at this moment. So that is why I just wanted to share this quickly. The rest of the items which are on agenda related to housing committee and housing rent, we didn't want to bring that up in here because we're in public, and when we talk about obviously housing rent arrears and all those, so we have to present confidential information. So if that is okay, Towfiq will probably bring those later on.
Is that part of your 8 minutes, Towfiq?
Yeah,
7.
so
Yeah.
this is part of out of 7. This is 2 part.
Okay.
Please give me a printout of the area list. And committee, I have my paper on.
So it will be with
Just print a required copy.
So that's it. Then it's all capital projects and stuff.
That's from Dennis.
Okay, everyone in for a working dinner?
Yeah.
So we'll just grab dinner and we'll be right back.
Can you send me that?
Are you ready, Rez? Okay, Zawad, you have the table.
So update on the smaller project side of things. So the project is near to an end. And overall with the numbers, we are in very favorable condition. So in terms of the completion, we are at 85%, which includes basically the incorporation of all the lots from north side into the system. And a little bit of work, whatever is left is related with the lift station. So we are still waiting on the kiosk to arrive for the lift station itself. So major work is the kiosk, which is scheduled to arrive in the first week of September. And the work is almost complete on the connection side of things. So if everything goes as planned, we should be able to connect at the end of September. The completion date was March 2026, so we did pretty well on that. In terms of money, how much we have spent 70%, where our work is at 85%. So we would probably be saving some of the project money, and we haven't touched on the contingency yet. So this is all good news. This is how it looked. So in July 2024, it was the groundbreaking, which was done. And we started the lift station installation earlier this year. We had to wait considerable amount of time for the new watering purposes. But however, it's almost close to the end now. Except for a couple of lots, all the lot servicing work are at completion. Those should be done in end of this month. We will talk about one lot later on in camera session. And other than that, everything looks pretty good. What we're doing is we have actually incorporated the lot servicing work in terms of connection of the new lots for those 7 modular homes. And we have put that cost into this project so that we are saving a little bit from our servicing cost on those 7 modular homes, which is bands on. Going to camp trapping, this is an update. So as you know, we have been working with School District 57. So our contract is finalized with them. Although they have purchased considerable amount of materials to run different programs out of that camp. Those things are purchased are kept in the camp itself. We have finalized the formal contract with them. The major reason to do that was to separate out the liability part when any kind of programming happens and whoever is conducting those. In terms of communication with Northern Health, I have re-established the conversation with them, and we had a recurring meeting set up for their relationship with the new office space. We brought that issue up in that last meeting this week, with them. And I have met with one of their contact person again, and we are revamping the conversation. We are looking forward to get a program calendar from them where they will specify what programs they can offer out of that camp and what logistics and funding support they can provide to run those programs. Once that is established, we will do some renovation work as those programs require us to do in terms of the infrastructure facility. Some minor work which has been done and ongoing. Some site clearing had to be done. Kitchen building needed a ramp, which we completed. We need to repair the roofs. Because it is all own funded, we decided to do that ourselves. And it is minor repairs required. So we bought the materials. We'll do that in-house. The tool shed is emptied, and those tools are inventoried, which can be used later on for different programs and purposes. And we are in a middle of taking that decision whether or not we want to keep that tool shed or we want to get rid of it. Everybody who's been out there, they recommended or suggested that we get rid of that tool shed because it's probably more expensive to renovate than to build again something of that size. So we are still not decided because we don't need it yet. What tools are tested? The water tested. We have started conversation with regional district to get certification for potable water. We probably need more as well, but we started the work with regional district. In terms of major jobs, we need to replace the HVAC system with a heat pump. We applied for funding. We received the funding for 95,000. The quotation is, I think, somewhere at the high 70s. So we should be good to do that work. That work is already available. They have started their preliminary work. Some IT and security updates we require to put internet to bring all the perimeter under security CCTV feeds. So we have received some codes, and School District 57 has agreed to support us with 40,000 hours in that. Once we review, we will present back to council should we need to chip in into that money, and we will also reach out to Northern Health to support.
Perfect.
Yeah, Zawad. What is the status to put the security camera on north side and south side of the main road?
Main road. So we have reached out to the company you suggested. We have given them all the required information they needed. We are right now waiting on them to provide us with a code or numbers. They are looking into two different possibilities. One is we buy outright from them, which we can do from any other vendor as well. But there is another possibility is if we want to enforce some traffic related rules related to bylaw, then they can probably do a cost share kind of thing. And if there is any potential revenue, but that's a long way to go. For now, I have requested an direct buyout from them. And if there is a possibility, we have a bylaw later on. We will look into that later. But that's where it is taking it.
This is not only the traffic reason, right? So what is the location we're going to put the camera? So the reason is like we want to. It should be common and so we get some complaint from membership that somebody was trying to break in somebody else's house. So it is focused to the main road and the dark area, both in north side and south side.
I understand, but when it comes to an outside camera, if we want to just buy outright the outside CCTV we use for inside, which are capable to record audio videos from outside, it's going to be expensive because we want 24/7 surveillance and recording facilities. Those things are quite expensive. So if we don't want to go into that route, the best possible way to do it is through the companies who provide traffic enforcement cameras. They are more robust, and they will serve the purpose you stated and also some traffic control down the road. So if that is not a feasible case for us, then we can look into buying outright cameras as well. That's not a problem. But for temporary solutions, as requested, housing has bought some cameras which can be put outside for particular housing areas, like for outside. And I think all those are already installed. The houses
installed.
Yeah, one of the concerns that we received from one of our community members, if you remember, I forwarded the email. So we have put 2 cameras to cover all the surrounding of that particular house. And it's in like a pilot project. Let's see how it goes. And it's a solar powered, so it was fairly easy. The only risk is if somebody unscrew it and take it away. And for some reason, the internet is not connected. So we don't have anything. So that's the only kind of risk.
Those cameras are low reliability cameras. But for now, that's the best thing we can do. Let's see how it goes.
Sheena?
I just wanted to bring to your attention, Zawad, I did have a band member have a conversation with me about the homes that are going to be built on the lot on the south side and the security of the pump house, and was wondering if they could build like a fence around that pump house for security's sake, like the one that they're building on the north side around the new sewage thing.
Lagoon?
No, you haven't been out to the north side in a while. Before the park, there's like a transformer station now, and they have it all fenced in and protected. And so if there's going to be 4 new families living there, then that pump house should then be also protected.
So the reason we don't want to do that right now because we are looking into replacing that south side pump house next year.
Oh, okay.
So that makes sense. We don't want to do anything there. But once the pump house is being placed in, yes, it will. Okay. Any question up to this one?
Sorry, just took a bite.
Okay.
When we went out to camp trapping, they said the sauna would have to be dismantled. Is that still the case?
It doesn't have to be dismantled, but probably we will dismantle it for security purposes, like safety purposes, not security, safety purposes. But it doesn't have to. If we decide to keep it, then we have to make sure that nobody gets into it unauthorized and don't get into trouble, right? So safe not to have it.
Okay.
This is one event we are planning to do on reserve on the north side. We are calling it the Water Awareness Event. It is being planned with funding from FNHA for $5,000. The reason for this event is to regain trust on the water system we have on reserve. Right now, for last few months, almost over a year actually, we are having the water tested, which is of perfect potable quality comparable to City of Prince George. But the problem is it is not trusted. So we wanted to let people know that what we have done so far and what we are doing right now to keep it up that way. So what we were thinking, and this is for council's consideration, that FNHA Environment Health Officer, he wanted to come out to the community and sit with the community members to let them know what they think and what they have seen in terms of tested water quality. And be even in one-on-one discussion. If somebody wants to go up, walk to him and discuss about their concern, we want to facilitate something like that. We did want to get some community feedback on the water system we are designing for next year. So we wanted to invite the consultant design engineers to come here and talk about the designs and talk about the water quality we are using right now in the design. So community members feel more engaged into the process, and when it's built, they feel that they were heard in the process and they own the overall improvement. And one thing we wanted to do is we wanted to start publishing the water quality testing data in our website so that we are updating the information to the members. And when we publish that, we want to publish historical data as well to reflect how it has changed over time. If you're okay, we would like to go ahead with that. And health has come up with an idea or your recommendation on it. Can we start a slow opt-out process for the community for bottled drinking water? Not only to save the money, but also bottled drinking water are not great for people. Like for long term, it doesn't have any minerals. It doesn't have any health benefits. But we don't want to say that we are not going to give bottled water. We more want to say that this is how your drinking water is out of the tap, and you can still have your bottled water, but there is a process. If you want to opt out, just let us know. We will not give you the bottled water.
You want feedback from a community member? That's not going to go over well on the north side, just because of the fact that they're quite often, almost like on a weekly basis, we go through, like if you run a bath, there's black silt on the bottom of your tub because of the manganese in the water. And I know that's probably not terrible for us, but it's visual. So like when people are showering, bathing, doing dishes, they see that in their sinks and tubs, and that is what is going to turn them off from not like drinking the water out of the tap, I guess.
I understand that concern. That is why we want to build that home. For example, whenever you are seeing that anything which is visible, that means that is leaching from the distribution networks. And that is a temporary thing. If water is kept on, it should go away. I have done this by myself in different houses, trying to get that trust, right? So at least we want to make them aware that what's in there, right? Then if they don't want to opt out from bottled water, it's different. We will continue doing that, but we want to regain that trust from now, so that when the new water system at least is there, we can actually let them know how we have come thus far. That is the whole idea.
So with the more housing on there, the more water usage, the less the magnesium.
Manganese.
Manganese.
That's
Manganese.
Get with the use.
I agree, it is gross. Tomo?
I was just thinking about the water on the north side and on the south side. But I think the confidence, you can build confidence within the community to let them know that it's not built by, you're going to be building on the improving on the water system, but it's not going to be easy in a very operate. It has to be maintained. They have to be assured that water pumping, the pump pumps and everything has to be maintained on a regular basis, not the way it was left alone like for years and years, 50 years, like, and then start building on it, and it was not good, and they need to be assured that it's, it's going to be good to, like you say, it's going to be system. And what is it, they have to be involved with that, make sure that their kids and their grandkids are going to be safe,
Absolutely. I agree. So that is why I wanted to update the water system quality check data in the website. There is one way to communicate. If we are doing the checks, we are maintaining and if we are not communicating, then people don't know, right? And they only have an idea or perception how the thing is, where in reality it might be different. We want to take that opportunity to introduce it to them and then start putting it, even we can start putting everyday data in the website. No problem. We are doing chlorine checks, the everyday checks every day. So if we are doing it, there is no harm putting it on the website so that everybody sees that. Actually, somebody is going out there in person and testing that water every month.
Still Blake Block? Is he still the circuit rider?
Blake Block is the EHO, Environmental Officer.
Okay.
George rider is George.
Okay.
I think we're way behind time in terms of moving, maintaining our water system in the community. We've evolved over time, piping water from the river every day to now. There's a big difference between that.
Absolutely.
And how we had faith in drinking river water. That wasn't an issue for us. Even though the city had already evolved in having, what they want, having clear water and having their pump built within our community, our ex-community, and evolving from there. Whereas we stayed where we were. We never evolved until now. It was a long span of catching up sort of thing, like, and building the community where it's supposed to be, It's like we were just discovered.
What? I think that's a great idea, because just for the community members to know what's going on. Because we had one member thought that the water was still being pumped out of the river into homes just last year, so for the summer. So it's good to have the information. Like, they were really surprised and shocked in how the testing and stuff.
It's going to serve good, and we will get feedback for sure, and we can put feedback into our work as well. I do want to let one thing know to you that we worked on a video to capture related to water related works, and it was led by Sonic, and they involved FNHA, they involved elders, they involved Kim Gucci, they involved Jason from our other crews to kind of tell a story to the community that what we are doing, how we are doing things. And once it is ready, we will present it to council as well before we publish. I think that can stay in the website so that people can revisit whenever they want. And I think that's a good source of information as well. And we want to make that as a progressive series of videos. My plan is when we will proceed with design phase, completion of design phase, we will update those video series so that people are, or community members who are living on reserve are aware that these are the things which is happening. They stay connected with the process. Second thing is a similar one for recycling program. As you are aware, the community waste, solid waste management is running. So we have settled down for the garbage collection, pickup, and all those things. Now we want to roll out the recycling program formally. So before we roll out the recycling program, there is a whole bunch of legwork to be done. So we have set up the contract with Recycle BC. We have received the Q ban for collection and sorting of the recycling items. We have most of the logistics with us now. Now we want to meet with the community to educate them what we can do and what we can do in the system. We don't want to roll out to the system before talking to them and taking their feedback. So we are planning to launch the program on October 22nd. Onward, that's largely dependent on the other stakeholders' timeline. Recycle BC is whoever is related with us in this initiative. So we are tentatively thinking October 15th on the health center. Again, on north side, we wanted to keep it on reserve. We will do dinner program before that or after that with community event where we will tell them what they should expect in this program, what they can pack for recycling and whatnot, so that it can run smoothly. We want to run that program as smoothly as possible without hiccups, because if we take non-accepted items to recycle weekly, then they can throw us out from that program. So we are very careful that we are doing all the precautions possible, starting from community involvement to our sorting, so that we don't run into that potential problem. This program is fully funded, so whatever cost we incur is what ISK will provide the money. So this is the membership portal. So an update before we head into the AGM day after tomorrow. As you wanted membership portal, so membership section in the website. So we are bringing the membership app in a portal kind of setup. We are migrating from the previous Hawk communication app, which was free, to this portal. This one will have multiple benefits which Hawk didn't have. For example, we can customize it however we want, and that's what we are doing. So basically, we will be migrating this. We have 60 members signed up in Hawk communication app. So we will be migrating those members, assuming they have already consented to use an app before. So we don't want to bug them again and tell them, hey, you have to do registration again. People don't like that usually. So we will migrate them into the new system. And on the AGM day, we will have a little sign-up sheet for the members who do not have signed up before. What they will have to provide is their name, email address, and phone number. We will create a registration for them, and a link will be sent to them, and they will be able to fill in all that information in there. Once somebody fills in their information in there, it comes to the administrator. And for membership purposes, only administrator will be the membership clerk, which is 10 Williams. Because we don't want anybody else to have access to membership information. So once she approves from her side, then only a member will be added to the portal. This one will have the capacity to have what we want to call department managers, and department managers will be able to post by themselves into the portal. However, it will utilize a same approval matrix we use now. For example, any approval post before it is posted requires ED's approval, but we can eliminate the need of email change afterwards. With this, if somebody will post, let's say I'm posting from my department, it automatically goes to the approver, which is the executive director. He might want to delegate somebody else. That we can build in as well, just for redundancy, and that's how it gets posted. and people can get push notification in their phone. They can also get SMS notification if somebody do not have this app. So that way, for an emergency, people who do not have internet for some reason, don't want to use an app like this, they can still get some notification. For example, housing application is out or an AGM notification is out. They can please get the notification in their SMS and they can go into the website or Facebook at that point in time. That way we can eliminate that one problem where what we hear very frequently that, oh, I didn't go to Facebook, I don't use social media, and that's why we didn't get this information. Sometimes people are lapsing information. So that way I think we can eliminate that problem. This portal is costing us about 33 grand to build. 32,200 is funded by us. So initial cost is funded. However, it will have some costs attached to it because we have to maintain it. We are keeping this in our own server. So because it is membership information, we were struggling a little bit how to manage that information with staying within ES's protocol. So we are keeping this in our internal server. We will have a backup system, of course, with it, but that server will cost us some money. I will pin down some numbers for you once we purchase the server and we are all set up. But in the background, the work is ongoing. We can also, we would like to also include housing application, education application, all those things through this portal. So the data remains in one place and we do not run around back to school time and all of those things where people get missed easily. So that will be the long-term plan.
Yes.
Any suggestion you can think of or any comments before we go to the AGM? In AGM, we will be just asking people to register, and I would urge you to, whomever you meet, please tell them to come register in quick 2 minutes so that the more people we have, the better for us.
So just remind me during the AGM. So we had a AGM preparation meeting yesterday. So we're gonna tell the MC to announce it multiple times.
So the thing is, we are creating a small briefing note, like an announcement note for the MC, so that they can have it and they can announce it.
Yes.
We give it to the MC.
Yeah, it will be great. Thank you.
All right. So it will be available in Android and Apple Play Store. It will take some time before, when it is our own app, we have to undergo heck of a different process than an established company who builds an app and sells to us. So it will be a long process, but we have been assured by the developer that it is already started and we're looking good in terms of the compliance issues. So once it is available through Play Store and App Store, you can be very assured that it is secure, because if it is not, they will in that. So some screenshots in here. For the sake of time, I'm not going into details. This is how it's going to look. This is how it looks right now, actually, in the back end. And members can update their profile.
Is there going to be a section in it that has all of like our YouTube videos that are posted as well?
Will be. We will be embedding the links. So when somebody clicks in there, it will take them to YouTube. Because we don't want to host the videos themselves, which is too much storage space.
Oh, okay.
Because server storage space are insanely expensive.
Yeah.
And if you're okay, one important point is we are determining that we will be keeping the server data for 6 months. Because anything more than 300 GB will be costing enormously more. So we are estimating that up to 6 months data we can keep in the server. What will happen is, what will happen is we will keep the data in backup system, which is a backup, not a live storage, backup storage. So we can still access it, but it will be rolled out from the server after 6 months. So that basically means people will be able to see many things if they are trying to search from the app, which is older than 6 months. However, we probably would keep some of the stuff. For example, if there is an education application, which is required to stay, Other than that, general updates, videos, those things we will probably roll out every 6 months. That 6 month period might be different depending on how fast we fill up the server space. Okay. So this is the last slide. We have a request with Towfiq right now from Public Works Department. We need to replace two of our fleet vehicles. One is a F250, which is from 2015. Yes, 2015, and one F550, which is from 2017. Those are, we have checked the last 5 fiscal years data that both of those tracks were in commission and out of commission for more than 6 months. And both of them actually consumed $29,000 in terms of maintenance. So we don't want to keep those trucks running, especially for winter time. Last winter was very difficult for us because our 550 didn't work the whole winter, and we were stuck because we didn't have the George Ford didn't have those replacement items which were required to make the truck. So we would like to get rid of both. In terms of F550, the typical asset disposal process is we will post it to the members for a price. And if somebody is interested, they will be given preference. If nobody is interested, then we will put it outside. For appraisal, we are already in the process to get some numbers if this gets approved, so that we can move into this quickly. However, for the F250, I have been requested by Natural Resources and Stewardship. The director, Shelton, said that they require a backup truck. He is aware of the maintenance cost and the gas cost, but he said that sometimes they just require to go point A to point B and they don't have any vehicle. So if possible, they would like to keep the trucks, like transfer, the asset can be transferred from our department to their department if you are okay.
Shelton on to pay?
What's Shelton offering?
Leave up to you. Because whatever we can generate, if we can generate anything, we will basically offset some cost from here, right? So if it is possible, then obviously, if it is not, we'll understand.
You're getting rid of the tractor too?
No, we are not getting rid of.
You want to buy?
They want to buy.
These two replacement, we want to buy 350s, and we would like to have one more sander unit. We have right now have one, which served us very well in last winter. We want to have the same model, and we can still get the same price from the vendor, which is 12,000, 13,000. But after tariff, the same thing is costing everybody else as $17,000.
We have already one sender unit.
We have one. We
need two.
We need two. We need two because for
one goes down. Here's
Yeah.
we had that problem before.
Yeah, they have had to hand bomb. I've watched them. It's not fun.
Last year we hand sanded for a long time. It's not fun. It's very difficult. The trailer is required for the excavator to be towed safely. Right now we can still tow the excavator, but if we are stopped on the highway, we will get a hefty fine. So it's better to have a trailer. Right now we have one. And the tractor is again for snow cleaning and summertime brush cutting. It will make the public works life easier and quicker.
So, council member, I have the BCR here. So, before I produce this to BCR, I do my groundwork. So the groundwork is like I sat with the finance director. So he was mad with literally. But we have been spending a lot of money for the public works that was not previously in the budget. So just a couple months back, couple of $100,000 we spent. So how are you going to fund this? So I told that, okay, but how about the BC government funding? So he told that BC government funding, we are just like, middle of the year, fiscal year, and out of $430,000, we already spent, just we have remained $190,000 there, 190. And they are asking for 275. So I told, okay, so fine, thank you. So we'll see it. So that is the situation. So I was discussing with Jawad that if there is any possibility or like option that we can defer some costs to next year until like we get the next BC giving funding. So for the finance purpose, finance and other purpose, is there any rationale that we can just defer it to next year, one or two item, the top marked item, you know?
Well, we can defer for the tractor, but the caveat is that is if you have all the packages, we have got 5 quotes. The tractors, this one is very cheap in terms of a tractor. All the other quotes we have received is high 120, high 130. The reason it is cheap because it is used. So we have found something like this. It's not like we can't find something in the next year. We probably will, but it might be a little bit more money. But we might be able to push this through. We would probably get a snow bleed.
Okay, so I just have another idea. So say since we have $190,000 in BC giving funding that you can utilize probably. So what if like we don't give the truck to Chelton now, we keep one truck and we buy another truck, you know, and we somehow push the until March or April. So that $75, if we reduce that on, it is $200,000. That looks like you know we can manage through BC giving funding.
I think out of that list, the 2 vehicles and the sander are the most important things, especially for the winter.
Jamie?
Oh, sorry.
Why are we buying a tractor when we could just buy attachments to fit on the skid steer that you guys just bought 2 years ago? Like you can buy a brush. I bought a brush cutting head for my skid steer. It was $3,000.
So we have
a snow blade for $2,000.
We have purchased the brush cutting equipment and some additional items for the skid steer, and it is working okay. That's why I want to defer it. So what happens is like we have to wait, and we have to do the north side first, and then utilize the same crew in the next week on the south side. So the service level is not there. So if we have 2 equipment which can simultaneously work, it is good for the public forestry, but it is not absolutely necessary at this time. So that's why I wanted to, if we want, we can defer this one. But as far as the truck goes, I would not want to use the F-250 because essentially we are not using it. Right at this moment, the F-250 is sitting in the BSO parking lot. It's not operational. So technically speaking, we're not even using it. So if I leave that garbage truck, I have 5 crew, I have 3 trucks. So for public works, if each worker doesn't have a truck, they basically sit around. And they also carry the casual workers as well from one side to another side. For example, I can give you a very good example from today. Today, I didn't have crew. So my casual workers didn't do anything because there was nobody to drive them. Both of my crew were off sick. So this is today when the crew is off sick, but in most days I have crew, but I don't have vehicle. Or I'm managing one vehicle, one person is kind of running around with one vehicle to drop people off in different locations and picking them up. It's not efficient. Everything is manageable, but how we are managing and what our performance are is also in question.
Just like speak to what Zawad is talking about a little bit, just living on the north side. I know how long it takes for them to clear the north side. It's a lot larger than the south side. And then you have band members on the south side waiting for their roads to be cleared. And with the 2 vehicles, the 2 sanders, you would be able to have 2 crews doing both sides at the same time so that one side isn't waiting for the other to be done, right? Because they're both bus routes. Both sides have to be cleared before the bus comes out and stuff. So I will be
a little bit blunt about that situation right now. Even if we have, even if we have equipment, sometimes availability of crew becomes a big factor in winter times. This year, I'm expecting it's going to be a little bit better because we are we are getting more people in the public works team. So I'm hoping that this year will be better. But what happens is like when snow hits, everybody wants everything cleared right now. That is not possible. So before we hit to the winter season, after we have got the equipment we need, whatever is approved, based on that, we would be setting up a service level standard, which we will bring to the council table latest by October council meeting, where we will, this year, we will be going by the service levels. And we will say ahead in time that what we are going to do in which type of snow event. So everybody is on the same page and nobody is waiting on whatever is required to be done on a day when it is snowing, similar to what the city does. So I think that should be an agreeable approach. And I think that is something I need to do in my department as well, so that every morning I'm not struggling with a different set of instruction.
So
you just want to purchase it and we'll give you 190 out of
yeah, like we wouldn't
funds. So
we wouldn't need that.
Want a far 90 for it?
We wouldn't need that tractor, I guess. I guess if we just used attachments for now, then we could use the gaming fund.
We can take it out for wind, because winter is approaching. I might not use the excavator in the south side much, so I might not need to transport that.
Fantastic backup.
Or we can probably utilize something. Maybe. We can probably defer this one for a little bit as well, but this is not very high value.
You can have your 250. We don't want it.
Yeah, Zawad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rent it from next week, so. Need it.
Backup as well, you know. For the tractor one, so we are talking about north side and south side. For the south side, when it is some like heavy snowfall, we have LTN contacting there, right?
That's what we have done last year. A lot of times they have done it.
So say like a
amount of time for us last year.
Yeah. So if it is like, you know, financial situation is the most important situation. So say we have only $190,000. So out of that, if we need to manage, so like what we did last year, we engaged LTN contracting to plow the snow on the road, right? So still we can do that this year, and then the next year until April, if it is possible.
Yeah,
we have another backup.
Only it is possible. So we can take the tractor off. I have no issue.
You remove the tractor and give me money to cover your.
Notice some of the units, they're going to push them. If we get 2 feet of snow and 2.5 feet overnight over the weekend, they can't push it.
I just don't.
That's why we have LTN. LTN come out and push the snow for it. Not a problem.
And also when it is
spending money like it's coming out of your ear, you know, and like we have a company that can help us, you know.
When freeze thaw thing happen, and that's when LTN contracting helps. But at the same time, we have to keep in mind that LTN contractor cannot come in right away. Last year, Glenn was super nice and he accommodated a lot of times when we said, you know what, we need it right away because bus is stuck, or you know what, we need it right away because people are getting stuck in health center. He accommodated, but some days he couldn't. He just didn't have the equipment or he didn't have people. He said, we'll do it tomorrow.
That can come in, you know.
Contractors are very expensive. We have spent more than 30 grand, I would say, high 30s, only on this Brunswick Street parking lot. I don't want to spend that money in this year on the Brunswick Street parking lot. I want to get it done by Public Works School if I have enough equipment. Because it's...
Do we have any plows for the trucks?
Yes. That is how we use the truck for.
That's how we're
we need
truck
with the blade on there.
I think you said a couple.
Two trucks. 2 trucks with blades and sanders?
2 truck will be with the blades and sanders. We'll have the Bobcat. So how we deploy the Bobcat for the parking lots, health center, FNHA, Northern Health, and we deploy the trucks for the north side and the south side. That's how we typically deploy whenever snow hits. And when we have 2 sanders in 2 trucks, they don't have to kind of repeat the job. They clean it, they sand it in the next place. Right? It's way faster.
Yeah.
But if I want to use the Bobcat for the roads, the Bobcat breaks down really quickly. So we keep the Bobcat for the driveways, elder driveways, health centers, so that we are not stuck for one machine or another. Not everybody can run the Bobcat.
Yeah. But you have to change the VCR. You have to change the VCR. If we said take the tractor off until.
Super easy.
Yes.
I know, right? Okay.
Fancy piece of paper that say you took the course.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. Would
I
he?
did years ago.
VCR sign
But
it?
the problem is, like, we trained Shinoa. Shinoa went to school, right? We are training crew and we are losing them as we go.
Revolving door.
Right? So we will train more. No worries. But truck with blades is easy. Everybody can do it. We don't need any certification attached to it. Work safe, BC don't get mad.
Well, you kind of need a driver's license and things, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, so loose plan.
We'll change the VCR.
Like no tractor.
Yeah, VCR switch taken off.
Right.
Program BC giving funding.
Right, that's pretty much it. Everything else is like I discussed. We have to related to the housing rents and servicing for the lot for wastewater. And those are the main ones.
So we agreed to everything but the tractor. Is what I heard.
Well, essentially, like the trailer can be deferred in the tractor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
So-
if defer the trailer because it's a small cost item and they're
I'm still gonna haul stuff.
Yeah.
hauling illegally right now. So
Oh,
with the one they have.
Yeah.
yeah, you want to haul legally.
Everything but the tractor.
Yeah.
Do you need a motion for that?
No, but they will make a PCR for it.
Need a VCR.
Any questions for me?
No? Thank you.
On a side note, I have a tractor in cam trapping.
That's a nice tractor.
Be able to use. No,
Why not?
there is a tractor.
I know, but why don't you use that?
Why don't we use it? Because it has many things missing from that tractor. For example, the chain's missing, the bucket's missing, we have some missing electrical equipment, and the tractor is only company which can work on it is based in I forgot what brand it is, but it is more expensive to ship it out than we are planning to get somebody in here with Northern Health's expense in public.
Yes, we are. We are.
To get that fixed. Once that is fixed, we'll probably be able to use
I can share a mechanic with you that comes and works on loaders and excavators.
You need to store it. How about if it fits, right?
in contact.
You don't have to spend that much.
It's way more expensive to send that shit to the dealer to work on.
Oh, it is expensive. It was quoted like $40,000.
Break?
I will think about
Anybody
it.
wants any more food? We'll take a 5-minute break if anybody wants more food. It's there.
No, I see you.
And then Towfiq.
We can fight. Prepare the AGM thing.
Isn't always
Oh, yeah, right. You're like, it's not good anymore. It's
First thing in the morning,
Registration is done.
Not even complete.
So for the 350 members outside of the town, we have registered 315 members as of now outside the town. And we have sent the flight details, everything that's done. Taxi vouchers, we have sent the taxi vouchers from airport to hotels and hotels to airports. That's done. Civic center is booked with all the things for the catering of 700 people. Bus transportation, we have secured 2 buses, 46 seaters, and we will utilize our 15-seater office vehicle and 7-seater education department vehicle. So Wendy will be driving 5-seater and Robert Baker will be driving 15-seater. That will be available to the members. But the 2 buses that will be available on Sunday to carry the members from hotel to the reserve and from back to reserve to hotels. And buses will be available at 7 a.m. in the Coast and Marriott. Security done for the boat days. The security persons will be in the civil dress. And the boat days, however, they will be dressed in their regular security dress during the night. Portable toilets done, and they'll be installed tomorrow. Catering on reserve, we have secured the food trucks like White Goose, Smokehouse, desert trucks, ice cream trucks, Integrates barbecue. Everything is done. Tents, they'll be installed tomorrow with all the AV facilities from John Russell. For the entertainment purpose, we will have the games like Bingo, Lahal, and there will be the performances by Kim Gucci and Michael Gucci, and performance by cast and drummers. Jet boat, as of now, I'm waiting for Shelton's response. So I called him yesterday. He told we'll have 3 boats in there, and we are just waiting for the Shelton. So where those boats will be parked, and we'll be asking the members to go there, and they will board the boats there. Miniature train, we have booked it. They came today to the reserve. They were not actually. They didn't like that place where we wanted to install them, but we are checking back with the farmer. We will be asking him to mow the hay as soon as possible. Child money, we have secured like 2 persons each day from Little's Lodge, and they will be available there. For kids' entertainment, we'll be having bike rides, bouncy castles, and gaming trucks as well.
The bike rides got canceled.
That got cancelled?
Yeah, the bike rides did.
For MC, we're already Mr. Barry Seymour and Kelani Rose. They'll be doing the MC prayers. For day 1, we have Elder Veronica Seymour, Elder Violet Bozoki, and Elder Duncan Gucci, and we will utilize 1 elder out of town for day 1. For day 2, Elder Loretta John, Elder Biban Francis, and 1 elder out of the town. Housekeeping items done. We have sent the email to all the employees that they should stay on the 2nd day on the reserve until every housekeeping things are done. Door prizes, all departments are informed to arrange the door prizes and submit it in the BSO.
So we'll have 4 or 5 booths altogether outside of the AGM meeting room. So including like RBS Biotech, LTN Contracting, and FNBC, First Nation Bank of Canada, CIBC.
CIBC is on reserve.
CIBC on reserve. And we got a request from Elder Society. They want a booth inside of the meeting room. So do you want them inside of the meeting room or like should be outside?
Inside, they're members.
Inside.
Oh.
Would it depend on if they're selling their swag though? That might be a little.
Are they selling swag?
I think like they're gonna bring something. Shahid, can you?
Yeah, they are going to bring some things.
To sell? Or
I'm not sure about that. I can ask that.
So if they sell something, then it needs to be outside. If they don't sell, we can put inside.
I would
still their members. They should be involved. They should be able to.
They're missing out on everything that's being presented.
Well, they're elders. Who cares? If
Yeah.
No.
Inside.
Okay.
So just for information, insurance for the jet boat and miniature train, we are working with the insurance agency. Meanwhile, the jet boat company, I guess the miniature train company has already provided the liability insurance. And for each ride, we are putting waiver form. The membership who wants to take the ride, they're going to sign a waiver form. They're going to get a ticket coupon from the registration. Yes. And when they put that ticket to the ride, they'll only take the ride. And yeah, so these are the 3 items. So
And then on the waiver forms only, we send it, I prepared them yesterday and we send it to the Alexis. And she has said that, yeah, we are good to go with those waiver forms.
This is the update.
If you've already printed them, I won't print any then.
I have printed 100 of each.
Yeah, so I won't do any printing.
Yeah, and one more thing, like we'll put a poster in there that will give the timings. Then when we will have the shuttle services on the reserve from reserve to the town.
Council member, any question? So this is the, I'm very grateful to a fantastic team of AGM committee, AGM planning team. So that team consisted of Shahid, our family development manager, Tashina Seymour, Tamara Seymour, and then I myself just sitting there and listening and just sometimes put the input, otherwise not. So they did the hard work. Tammy, Nasir,
Phyllis did a lot.
They did really hard work. So they have been working last 2 months, and we had 6 or 7 meetings. And yesterday that was our final meeting, and they give a lot of effort to put everything online. So thank you so much, whoever is present here.
Thank you.
Camera?
Not yet. We just have one more item and then we'll be in camera. So it's Towfiq.
Oh, yeah. So, Council member, this is regarding the management services agreement. So, the band is in a process to separate with all entities. So, out of these entities, still band is doing some activities with Tanotine, doing some activities with daycare. So, for the Tanotine, it is kind of a little bit vice versa. For daycare, it is one way, we are always giving support. So, how it is vice versa with Tanotine? So, this building is still owned by Tanotine, though it is applied for ATR. So we need to share the cost of the electricity. We need to share the cost of property tax and all those stuff that is vice versa. Let's say we take 70% because most of the band employees are here. So something like that. And other than that is if any of our staff, for example, Chilton is a band staff, but is providing a lot of support to Tarantino for the forestry piece because he's RFP. So now all those things, so the management side of this agreement, so you have a copy in your material. We provided you the copy, how it looked like. But the major part is with Canotine, that the cost, we're going to share the cost of the building, building cost, that operating part, utility and etc.
Item 5A. And
then for the sharing the human resources, that part if they use our resources, if they use our resources, we're going to bill them the gross salary to them. So for example, if Chilton works 20 hours for them, we bill them monthly basis that 20 hours and they need to pay by check at the end of the month. Similarly, we're going to do same thing for Tano. If we take any service from Tano, like any employee from Tano to put any effort for the band, so they're going to do that. So how it is benefited? A true separation, it needs to reflect in the accounting system that they are arm length. So these are the documents, it's going to keep that it is arm length. So this is for Tanotine. For the daycare, what type of support we have been providing? So from the starting from the construction time, we have been providing all sort of support as we have been doing for all other business unit, like for House of Ancestor, LTN contracting. The initial investment, we put all of our effort there until it goes for the operation. So daycare went for the operation, they started. So now the support they need, they need training, they utilize our funding services officer, grant writing officer, sorry. So those type of stuff, we are giving the support. So it's in order to keep it arm length, so say the resource they use, we're going to invoice them that gross salary. For example, if Chantel provide them 20 hours of service, the 20 hours we're going to bill to them. So not in band's account. Now what we are doing, we just pay them from band account. It is not proper. I mean the proper accounting. That is number one. Number two is it's going to reflect in the accounting system that is a proper separation. And on top of that, so daycare requested for office space. Initially we had space in downtown office, so we provided them a space. Later we didn't. So usually we had to hire the human resource assistant. So we are sharing office space, single office space with 2 persons now. That is the situation here. So you offered them a office in Band Office South Side. And if the rate they asked me, so the rate was like we previously provided FNHA like $700. So you offered them the similar price, the $700 for one office. So you offered them that. That will be in the management service agreement too, if they take that offer, avail that one. So this is something like contents in the management service agreement. So this is why we are doing this, because this is something like it's gonna look like we're totally separated in accounting system in other areas. So that will see some formal, in institutional way that it is separated. So, council member, do you have any thought? Like, this is the concept and the lawyer provided this agreement to us.
Yeah.
So we just provided them the information.
Anybody work at the daycare is going to want to drive all the way out to the south side.
The finance office only.
Yeah, the tax exempt status for the finance piece to hold out there. I see that, yeah.
The finance office only.
They have to drive out there and work there?
They gotta have an office out there and work out there once in a while, yeah.
The reason is like, we offered the reason because we don't have any office space here. And we just wanted to give them support. So that is only space we have now. And there are some, like I put, when I was communicating with the general manager, I put it at temporary lease, that is because all lease agreement is temporary. And on top of that, could be some other good option in future in downtown. So say, like if we have any other building in downtown, probably if there is any space there, like not credit in, like cannot in, or like if they get a building, if there is an arrangement with them, so there is a temporary solution. So that is how I thought. I mean,
The lawyers have any thoughts about like both entities having the same address? Like if that would say anything about like that they're not separate or?
So the reason is like cannot in a LP, legally it is situated in 104 on Onan Road. So the legal office is there. So the under tenant in LP, there are multiple office locations, sale 10 contracting, then House of Ancestors. So those are like entity under tenant in LP. But tenant in LP itself, the corporate office location is 104 on Onan Road.
Yeah.
You can have multiple offices. I don't think that really matters too much.
Okay, just like that Little's Law Association and Cleatly Tenay both are 10.
Yep. Winnan Road, yeah. That's the band office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Council member, do you approve this? I need a motion for this. This is a long-term permanent solution. So
we'll need a motion for Towfiq's huge, long speech.
Exactly.
motion for management services agreement.
Service agreement between, yeah. I'll move it.
They move.
A long motion.
Yeah.
They move. Cal seconds. All in favor? Motion carried.
Thank you, Council member. The next item is like.
I'd like to thank everybody for being here today and hope to see you all at the AGM on Saturday. I'll have a good night. Hey, Rezi, we're in camera now.
The Belmont MOU.